Happy Friday, guys. It's your boy Stas here. Cheers, by the way. Of course, I have the double espresso on deck. As always, I have to, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in as the overall stock market today is crushing it. Guys, look, every index in the U.S. market currently is up. We can see the S&P's up 1%. The Dow's up over 1%. QQQ is up 1.2 as the Russell is up the most, 1.5%, and the VIX is down over 5%, and SoFi is ripping, guys. We're up over 4%, breaking out towards $30 a share. So we're looking phenomenal, guys. SoFi's ripping, and we can see now we're officially taking out the highs, not only from the last couple of days, but it looks like from the entire week here, and maybe last week. Yeah, last week as well. Now SoFi's breaking out to pretty much a multi-week high. And do you guys remember this sideways channel that we were talking about, right? We can see it on the 4-hour. If I zoom in, we're kind of breaking out. Do you see it? I mean, look at this. If I get the channel tool out, boom, let's go. Come on, guys. We can see, remember, we talked about $28.50, $29. We're breaking out, right? That has been a big resistance for the stock, right? And that's been a spot of resistance all month here in October. As we've been trading between $25, $26 as support. And again, that $28.50, $29 level as resistance. So now we're breaking out. And at this point, the reality is, guys, we are seeing some hype before earnings. And the next gap to fill is $31, which is the all-time high. And we did say yesterday, I'm pretty sure on the day before, that I didn't think we'd get an overall breakout before earnings. I guess I was wrong. It looks like we're front running that move a little bit. And of course, the overall market ripping right now is helping. The fact that every index is up over 1%, that's good for the entire market, for SoFi as well. That's fueling the pop here. But yeah, man, we're breaking out. We're breaking out, and earnings are coming up Tuesday morning. And, if they come in hot, if these earnings are good, guidance is strong, we could be just going crazy through all-time highs. $31 could break easily, especially as we're already seeing that momentum build up. Now, it all comes down to the earnings. Are the earnings going to affirm the move, or is it going to collapse, come sliding down quickly? We'll see. But at this point, you guys know me. I'm in SoFi. It's no secret, right? This is a stock that I was buying 2 years ago, right? Pretty close to actually exactly 2 years ago. I started buying SoFi when nobody was talking about it, when nobody was buying it. When was that? I'm pretty sure it was December. December-ish, October, November of 23 I started buying. And that was in the mid-high single digits. And at this point, I haven't bought more recently, but I'm just holding on tight. I haven't really sold any really either. I did get called for some covered calls, you know how that goes. But really, man, I still own a majority of the shares. And yeah, it looks like it wants to go higher. We'll see, though. You never really know with the stock market, especially with individual stocks. Anything could happen, but at this point, I'm pumped. I'm in. I'm holding, and I think we're going higher. Even before earnings, man, we still have 2 hours left today. We have Monday. I think we're going to do pretty well here. Maybe even fill that gap to $31 sooner rather than later. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on SoFi, the entire market. We might as well cover that. SPY right now, like I said, is breaking out to all-time highs. And honestly, are you surprised? You shouldn't be, because we called this out to a T. Did we not call out the ascending triangle here that you guys can clearly see on the 20-day chart? I said, guys, higher lows. You can see the analysis from yesterday. It's still here. I was like, guys, higher lows. We're squeezing into that triangle. 673, 674 resistance. Now, boom, we're ripping. All-time highs hitting on SPY and QQQ. Same thing. We called this out yesterday, day before. Same thing. So I'm not surprised that we're breaking out And again, this is fueling SoFi and a lot of other stocks, but the writing was on the wall. I'm not surprised. And this could be the start of a bigger breakout, guys. This might, honestly, I don't think this is a fake out unless we get, let's say we get some bad news regarding Trump, China, at the South Korea meeting. That's the only thing that could really throw a wrench in this in the short term, I think. Because look, earnings have been pretty decent so far. We haven't gotten a lot of the big companies, big companies yet. But if earnings come in hot, heading into November, it's the holiday season. We're gonna get a rate cut potentially, right? If the China-U.S. tensions settle a little bit here in the holiday season, South Korea goes well. This could be opening up or setting up a scenario which, hey, hello, I've been talking about the end of the year rally, the Santa Claus rally. It looks like it could be setting up here. Earnings have to be good though. And again, the South Korea meeting needs to go well. But yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing that could throw a wrench in this. But in my opinion, man, this is a great setup. Great setup for the end of the year rally. And you could look at this and be like, yeah, we consolidated. We had an amazing September, right? Where we were supposed to have a bad September historically. That's the worst month. So you could be looking at this like, all right, bad September, or we had a great September. We chilled out in October. We got some volatility, which we did, right? We didn't do much in October. October, we have another week, right? So we could go higher here, a lot higher, who knows? But this month, for the most part, has been flat, right? And we actually saw some selling earlier in the month. So October was rocky. We were supposed to see September as a rocky month. October ended up being the rocky month. And now it looks like, again, it's setting us up for that strong end of the year push. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? That's kind of what I'm just looking at here, and what I've been, I've been saying this for weeks. I mean, this is not something I just started saying. I've been saying this probably for 2 months, maybe, or a month and a half. I don't even know how long, but either way, guys, I'm positioned here in the market. I have some cash sitting on the sidelines like I always do, right? Sometimes I have more than other times, but at this point, I'm still, buying stocks. I actually just bought a new stock today, which I'll show you guys quickly. I'll make a video on it maybe later today. That'll be the video. But I bought Toast, T-O-S-T. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it. You probably have. If you're in the restaurant business or if you've paid attention in restaurants, it's huge, right? Toast, $21 billion company. The chart looks phenomenal. We'll dive deeper into the actual fundamentals in that next video, but I did initiate a position here on this stock. We can see we hit $50 a share back in August, right? So we saw a nice pullback. The chart looks phenomenal. We're essentially confirming the continuation of the uptrend here, which I love. I like seeing the charts looking good and the fundamentals looking good for me to get into a stock. And I like that on the 3-year chart. I like the 1-year chart. You can kind of see, all right, we're putting in a higher low here. You see that right here, right? Higher low, higher low. This looks pretty good. So I'm in at about $39. I believe I got filled at $39.40, something like that this morning. So I am a little down on the position, but this is a longer term. I'm not. This is more of it's more of a mid to longer term play. By that I mean probably looking at this as a 1 to 2 year play, or maybe not even 2 years. Maybe 9 to 12 months. I feel like this could be a big runner here even soon. So I'm not even, I like the fundamentals. The charts look great. So I'm down to hold it for a little bit, right? Right. It's got the fundamentals behind it. But at the same time, if this runs to like $50, in the short term here, because the charts look really good, I'm also not afraid to lock in the profits as well on a quick move. So it kind of just, I know that's weird, but it almost kind of depends on what it does, because I'm sure you've been in a stock where the charts look really good, right? You start buying a little bit and then it runs a lot in the short term, before you had the chance to really build out a big position. if that happens here with Toast, which I have a feeling it might, I'm just gonna get out. That's the way I'm thinking. But I'm also down to hold it, which I'm cool with holding it, for a year, even 2 years, even longer term. If it takes a while to play out, because I like the fundamentals. I love the fundamentals here. And we'll dive deeper into that in the next video. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that follow button. But yeah, Toast, I added position today. I like the way it's looking on these charts. Again, the fundamentals. And what do you guys think about it? Are you in this stock? I'm curious. But again, we'll make a video on it more in depth later. I'll put that together. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio, real-time buys, all the alerts, the Discord's there, right? I'm posting multiple portfolio updates a week, guys. Recently, we've been making a lot of moves. Again, we just bought Toast, been buying some other stocks, shuffling money around. It's all on Patreon. Link down below, also in the comments. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next video.